Welcome back. I'm outside with Dr. Frank Vigiano, who comes by once a month to tell us what's new. Dr. Frank, with all the latest gadgets, and this time we're talking summer.
We're talking summer, absolutely. It's here for sure, as
It
Dennis
is.
said.
Whew.
Boy, I tell you, the heat is on, isn't it?
It's hot already. All right, so what is this?
All right, well, the reason that
thing?
we're going to do something a little on the serious side this morning, because I think it's important for our viewers to understand the importance of severe weather. And of course, as you probably know, at least once a week we have reports on storms where trees fall and so forth.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we're not right near the hurricane or tornado areas. However, they're forecasting 46 to 60% chance of these hitting the east coast of the United States.
Wow.
This
Well, we
summer.
get tornadoes.
Well, we do. We get when we get those small microbursts
Yeah,
and so forth. So
those
there's a lot of
too.
different
All right.
situations. So 4 areas. Okay, the roof, the front door, the windows, and the garage door are the 4 most vulnerable
Oh,
entryways, let's say, or areas of the home.
Sure.
If one of those is penetrated, Christine, the amount of damage or the catastrophe can be significant. So getting the right front door, the right windows, the right roof, etc., right garage door, critical.
Great.
So what I did is I brought components in to show our audience that if they're going to replace a roof, they're building a new home, these are the things you want to consider.
Nice.
Okay? Okay, great. Now, these are really neat. These are by DaVinci, and you'll notice that they're roof tiles, right?
Oh.
And the best part about it, look how easy they go together. Look at this.
Oh my goodness.
They're plastic.
It's like a little
Isn't
puzzle.
that great? So it's really a polymer. It's a polymer resin. The benefit is 50-year warranty. Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
They make them in slate and shakes, which we have in the front there. So you can see that. You see the slate and the shakes. They basically are what we call class 4 impact resistant. We have a video to show the testing that goes on with these things, which is really cool. Because what they do is they actually drop a ball.
Okay.
You see the testing that happens?
Yeah.
And so they drop them on the tiles to make sure that they withstand impact. Because what happens is when there's a tornado, hurricane, or severe weather, there's debris that actually flies through the air and will hit your roof, and this is how the penetration can occur.
I see. So branches and hail
Yeah,
and all those kind of
all
things.
sorts of things, and even lumber and other building components that basically could be destroyed from a home next door.
Huh. Oh
Isn't that
my.
something?
So it's just really, really strong.
Oh
is
yeah,
the
and
whole
it's also Miami-Dade County acceptance for hurricane. Very critical. There's certifications and so forth.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, what's
Now,
this one?
This is by THERMA-TRU. This is a true defense with a true defense door. You might see do you see the metal that's inside the
Yeah.
center? So it's an impact rated door. It has various glass options, but it has the strictest codes. So the benefit here is that you basically have a door that can withstand 242 miles an hour of wind. That's a Category 5 hurricane.
Oh my goodness.
And the
that's
reason is because
incredible.
they put the metal in the inside, see? And that's the
Wow.
important part
Oh,
of it.
I see. So this is the inside, and then really what you're just seeing is this.
Right.
Oh,
And this plate
cool.
inside
That's
helps
just cut away,
withstand
right.
withstands the impact. So they're impact related. And we have a little bit of video to show
What's that called again?
This is by THERMA-TRU, and it's
Okay.
called TRU-DEFENSE doors. And this shows you the manufacturing here at the factory to give our viewers some insight into how these are done. Look how they put
And they
the
still
door
have
together.
windows in them?
Yes, you can put glass in them.
My
And you'll see that in a
goodness.
second as well. Yeah, you can actually put glass inside the doors, and the glass is impact rated. And the benefit is that you don't have just a solid door when you want to have, and even side lights, the sides of the door. So that gives you some idea of how well they're constructed.
Oh, that's amazing.
And the thing that's interesting about these, they're not that much more than a regular standard door that you would find.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, so just
People
do
aren't
it.
aware.
It's
Right.
so much safer.
All right, so now
That's great.
windows.
Yes.
This is big because it's important and it's huge. This particular one is by Simonton. It has impact resistant glass laminated inside. Okay, it never needs shuttering or boarding up. So
Wow.
people board up for the
Oh,
hurt
you see it on
all the
video
time.
every
Right,
year.
right.
Yeah.
You don't need to do that with this.
Oh, my goodness.
It resists strong wind, and it has a penetration to windborne debris. Energy efficient, reduces outside noise, and this is what it looks like. I want our camera to get a shot of that. You see the tail
Yes.
coming out of the glass?
That's what's
That's
in
what
between
now,
two panes.
Correct,
It looks
and feel
like.
how thick that is.
Oh my
You
goodness.
see why it's impact resistant?
Yeah.
Now we have some video. This is very impressive. Probably what's really neat, you can see they have a cannon test. Look at that, Christine. They fire 2x4s and various other types of debris at windows, and this is withstanding hundreds of miles an hour of impact. Here he's hitting it with a crowbar.
Oh my gosh.
So it gives you some
So
idea.
it's breaking the first pane of glass, but it's not going through. It's not going through.
Right, it's not going through the
window.
glass, and that's the key. See.
That's
So the
amazing.
fact is that, and this is by Simonton, great product. And their windows are actually in the museum, the Weather Museum, which is interesting. But the neat thing is these are available, and people just don't know about them.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh,
why
what
we do
a-
these segments.
What a
to
great
make them
safety
available.
tool. Yeah.
Cool.
All
huh?
right.
All right.
Tell
So
me
now
what this
you're
one
out of
is.
power, storms, right? Okay. This is great. This is by Eton. It's basically their new radio. But what's really cool about it is that you can wind it up. Okay.
So you don't need to plug it in?
Don't need to plug it in. So if you want batteries, you've got batteries. But if I turn it on, we're now listening to KDK.
Marty.
Yeah. There we go.
Wow,
Isn't that neat? See?
that's
And
great.
look, solar.
Oh, wow.
So it charges internal batteries, right? And now we've got lights here. So we've got an LED, and we have a blinking red light for any type of emergency or warning that somebody can see us. So at night, you turn this on, people can at least find you.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
And so a very inexpensive product at $60.
Oh,
but
that's
the neat thing,
great.
it also has a USB phone charger in it as well.
Okay.
Cool. All right, so now that
wonderful.
we're
We got the safety down.
got
for
the safety
storm.
down
Now
right
we're
now.
talking pools.
Pools, yeah.
Okay.
And this is important because next to the pump that actually pumps the water and circulates it, nothing takes more energy than a pool heater. And people are buying these because they want to extend the pool season. Start it earlier, extend it later,
I
kind of
see.
thing.
Right.
You'll notice that there's an energy efficiency label here, very important, and it shows a rating. That rating, you want to look for that because the more energy efficient, the less money you're going to dump into the heater.
I see.
Very
Right,
important. Now,
right.
this particular heater is by Raypak. You notice it's high profile.
It is.
And the reason it's high profile is because it resists a lot of drafting. And see, whenever you have any type of heater that sits outside, you deal with drafts. And drafts can basically take the flame and douse it.
Oh, interesting.
So that's one of the things. So the other part of it too is that Raypak only makes pool heaters. There's a lot of other choices out there. I've used this personally in my pool, love it because it lasts. And it has a copper, in other words, inside are basically these pieces of copper that are more energy efficient.
And you're going to pay less on your water bill.
Yeah, so in other words, you may have a little bit more money up front initially, but hey, well worth it.
How much is that about?
Pool heaters, depending upon the size, because it has to be sized by the pool,
Right.
they run probably anywhere from around $1,200 and up.
Okay.
Depending upon how
Yeah.
big the pool is.
Yeah,
Bigger
great.
the pool, the more money. Now this is really cool. This is by Pool Nanny. This is neat. I love things like this because it's simple. You take this basic unit and you put this on your wrist as as an adult, as a supervisor, and you take this one and you put this one on the child.
Oh.
Okay. Now we've got a slide. We've got a photo, I'm sure, that basically shows what happens when Pool Nanny activates. So basically, when the child is walking towards the pool, you basically put a perimeter to it. In other words, and what happens at that point is that perimeter basically alerts the supervised person, the adult, that the child is getting. So this doesn't happen in the water. This happens before
Even
the child
before.
gets to the water.
Oh, interesting, because all the other ones I've heard of, it's once they land in the water, then it starts
And the reason
beeping.
being is because the alarm is in the water.
Oh, so this one.
The alarm is on your wrist here and on the child's wrist here.
Okay, so will this start beeping on me if I'm the grown-up?
Well, yeah. There's actually a sensor. There's a large sensor that basically you can put in the house. You can put it outside if you're on the porch or deck patio, and it will alarm, indicating that the child now has violated the perimeter. So you put some wire around the pool, and as the child walks
kind of
through,
like an electric fence,
Yeah, it's
I'm
like
thinking,
electric
but
fence.
doesn't shock the child, just sets off an alarm.
Right, sets off the alarm. You know that the child now is going towards the pool, so before the accident occurs, you can prevent it. Really
That's
cool. And by the way,
great.
some of these products you're going to see this morning came from the INPEX show this past week at the Monrovia Convention Center.
Great.
Yeah, I was out there looking around, found some really cool things, and this happened to be one of them.
Very good.
Isn't that
Okay,
cool idea?
I love that because that's something I worry about a lot.
Oh yeah.
All right,
well,
tell me
now,
what's next.
So lawnmowers, right?
Lawnmowers,
right.
yes,
And the
here we
key
go.
here is efficiency. This is by Works. This is called the IntelliCut. What I love about this, Christine, is that when you turn it on, quiet.
Oh my gosh. My
Amazing,
neighbors
huh?
need to get this.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazingly quiet, as you can see,
It
right?
is. So what is it? Is it?
So basically, look here, battery powered, lithium ion battery, 24 volts, will basically cut 6,000 square feet of grass without a charge. Can you
Great.
imagine?
Yeah.
But the benefit is no oil, no gas, no emissions.
Wonderful.
Isn't that wonderful? So people need to cut grass. This is probably the greenest way you can do it.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that it's totally electric, no cord.
Okay.
See, but you've got power through the lithium-ion battery.
My
Very cool.
goodness.
And then of course this is the bagger. So this goes on the
Okay.
back
Sure,
side.
sure.
So you
Collect all
certainly
the stuff.
you certainly collect
Yeah.
all of your grass inside
Oh, that's
the bag.
great. How much is that? Do you know?
These run around 265. They have 4 or 5 different versions. So if you go to works.com,
Bigger or
right, if you
smaller,
go online
right.
and take a look at Works tools, you'll see what fits basically the size of your
Your yard.
property and how long
Awesome.
you need to cut for.
Oh, that's great. They're
Isn't that
making
cool?
those. Okay.
All right, great. All right, next product. This is cool. I found this also at INPEX. This is a pivoting wheelbarrow handle. Okay, now basically you can see that there's 2 handles, and you simply place them onto each handle of the wheelbarrow. But the problem, Christine, in the past is ergonomically when you go to dump, people hurt their wrist and they
I
also
see you're lifting it
right,
up.
exactly. So watch how simple this is.
Oh,
all
I
you
see.
do,
You put it on
just,
here.
yeah, you just see it. Put them on the end of the handles, and all you do is lift.
Oh my gosh.
See
Why
how
didn't
simple?
someone think of that before? What a
don't know.
great idea.
Simple,
What?
huh?
And you can adapt it. You can put it on any wheelbarrow pretty much. You don't have to
Absolutely,
get
yeah,
a whole new
sure.
wheelbarrow.
Yeah, exactly. So if
Love
you have
it.
an existing wheelbarrow, how simple is that? you know?
Very cool. All right,
Right.
what are these funky things?
These are cool. I brought these in. These are from some inventors. This is called slide and serve grill sliders. Okay, I'm going to give you one.
Okay.
How many times have you put something, you're putting meat, whatever,
On your little
right?
skewers, yeah.
On the skewers, right? And you can't get it off. You see people with a fork going like this.
Right,
Watch
and then
this.
it goes
Watch
flying
this.
off.
Look,
Yeah.
look.
Oh my goodness.
How simple.
So simple and
Isn't that simple?
smart.
Isn't that easy?
Love it.
$24.99
Oh my
and
goodness.
invented by a gentleman by the name of Tim Hayes. And by the way,
Cool.
these two products came from Quirky, which basically incubates inventors.
Neat.
Cool
I love
stuff.
it. Okay, what's this one?
This is called Porter, right? So it's basically a tray system, and the benefit of the product has 3 containers. It keeps the food separate on the top. Bottom is used for a serving dish. Side caddy. I'm going to turn it around so our cameraman can get a shot of. See, so you're looking at the various. See how cool that is?
Wow.
So you take everything at once, including condiments and paper towels,
Okay.
to the grill.
Yeah, that's great
Isn't that
because it
great?
is a hassle carrying it
Oh
back
yeah.
and forth.
And invented by Christine Torrey.
Nice. Lastly, real quick, I'm getting the dog dicer. I need
Uh-oh,
that because
you
I'm
got-
paranoid about
Your
kids
kid-
choking on the
Well,
hot
this
dogs.
is awesome. Now watch this. I've just got a regular hot dog in. All you do is push it.
Look at that. Oh my gosh, it cuts them both ways.
Yeah, it cuts them
All
both
right,
ways.
I'm
And look
taking
how
that
fine,
home.
Christine. See?
Frank, you always find the coolest stuff. Thank you.
You're welcome.
For more on all the products you saw Dr. Frank talk about here today, just go to kdka.com/PTL. You'll find the links to all the items there, and be sure to watch next month when Dr. Frank is back for more amazing stuff.